What's going on, y'all? This next clip is from CNN. I think it's what is it, News Tonight or something shit with Anderson Cooper. And it's a segment that they had with Van Jones, and he was talking to some black Trump supporters. And you're gonna see what they got to say.
Broadcast tonight with the president's cabinet shakeup, and that's, of course, only a fraction of what's unfolded over the last 102 days of the second Trump administration. The question is, what are voters making of it all? CNN's Van Jones has been talking to Trump supporters dating back to 2016. He is, as you know, a Democrat who is a former senior advisor to President Obama. For tonight's report, he met with a small group of black voters, a man and a woman from South Carolina and another woman from North Carolina, all of whom voted for President Trump. CNN's exit polling shows Mr. Trump got 8% of the black vote in 2016, and that grew slightly into the teens over the next two elections. Here's Van's report from Greenville, South Carolina.
And for people to think that the black vote is not going Republican or crazy. I said this before this last election. I said there's more people that I've talked to who say that they will vote for Trump than they have before. There's so many people, black men in particular, who said they're not going to tell their wives, but they're going to vote for Trump. Because you know the black women, they love the Democratic Party. We can't get them off of that train. And they want the whole community to turn against black men because of this. So see, when you see some of these videos and you're trying to figure out where a lot of this hate comes from, or these black women towards some of these black men, it's because they changing sides. They're not doing what the black women want to do anymore, this quote unquote matriarchy that they have over us. A lot of dudes are waking up and saying, no, y'all on some bullshit. If you want to stay on that, then you stay on that. Otherwise, I'm moving on. And we catching a lot of flack for it.
There they are.
You do well.
And here we are in South Carolina with 3 Trump voters. You weren't always a Republican.
No. Actually, I come from a family that was like super Democratic. My first time voting, I voted Democrat. I voted for Joe Biden.
What about Trump appealed to you?
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, part of it is he's an asshole. I like authenticity.
You voted for Obama then you voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. But 2020, you voted for Donald Trump. What made the change?
I began listening to someone, her name is Candace Owens, and I read her book, and it just opened my eyes to maybe he's not this person.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, don't say that. Don't start telling people that you voted. That you start listening to Candace Owens and all of these other black conservatives. They're going to hate you. You heard him. You heard the black dude. He said he started voting Democrat. A lot of us have. A majority of black people vote Democrat, and the ones that are voting Trump, they started out voting Democrat, including me. But once you start listening to the other side, is what one side doesn't want you to do. They don't want you to hear both sides. They just want to call these people racist, fascist, Nazis. They saying all this, just don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. And then when you start listening to them, some of these people actually make a lot more sense than these people that's on the left. Then you start looking up things and it starts to make a lot more sense than what you're being told from the left. Then you realize they don't really care about you and they're not going to do nothing for you. You could also say the same thing about the right. But it's more things that align with your line of thinking on the right than it is on the left. They want you to believe that you agree with stuff on the left when you don't. When you know you're against abortion. When you know you're against transgender, the whole LGBTQ community. When you know you're against illegal immigration. They make you believe that, no, you for it. When deep down in your heart, you know that's not true.
And that I have been led to believe that he was.
So you voted against Trump in 2016.
Yes.
But then in 2020, you voted for him?
Absolutely.
Why?
I saw how things were going during his first term, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I was pleased with what was happening. I saw the economy getting better. I saw country relations in certain countries getting better.
What are some things that he's doing that you do like?
For me, I like the border. I just don't like the idea of someone coming here illegally and getting benefits that can serve my community. So
And just like the chick said in the beginning, you heard the talk about what he was going to do to the economy, and you saw it get better his first time. You was like, damn, I've been lied to.
that's the reason why I support him on that border policy.
When you think about the border, you think about people coming here who are getting more help than people who live here and who are born here.
Yeah. And I got that perspective not from news channels. I got it from social media. TikTok is like a holy grail. We even see it with the
Say
things
that.
that we learn about the United States government. Outside of the United States, people are showing Americans, hey, look at what's going on. Do y'all know that your government is doing this? Have you seen this? Have you looked at it from this perspective?
You know, people, when they think about a Trump voter, they usually think about like a white dude with like a red hat on and a pickup truck. And y'all are not that at all. So Donald Trump's team went in, they took down Harriet Tubman's picture for a quick minute. They're trying to like knock out the black museums. What does that have to do with the price of eggs, and how does that impact you?
In some ways, it's a slap in the face. In other ways, I don't care. I care more about how I'm going to take care of my children.
I don't think the average American
Bam. This is what I try to explain to some of the older people in my family. Look, y'all had a good run. I don't want nothing to happen to your 401ks and what you got going on, none of that. But I still got a long way to go. My future is looking bleak. It's almost as if they don't even care about that shit. This is like me, 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 me. Right now, right now, right now, right now. Just because things take a dip, that don't mean they're gonna go back up. Ask some of these old people about stock markets and stuff. They know this stuff goes down and up. But they'll sit here, man, this is what I can't believe what he's doing. Everything is going in, it's tanking. I don't even listen to that shit.
American cares about that. I know I am sick and tired of seeing black people sit there and complain about something, but not taking action and steps to actually try to change things in an appropriate manner.
Under the Trump and Biden administration, they came to certain agreements with police departments to be less brutal toward the black community. Trump has now ended all that. How does that help the black community?
I have a lot of issues with police reform and just with how police officers are treated as a whole. My husband is currently going through the process to become a police officer. The amount of hatred that cops get, even the best ones, I think has become a huge problem, because it has been, especially around election times, when it definitely comes out of like, oh no, the cops are bad. The cops hate you because you're black.
And they want you to think that as black people, oh my God, you need to hate the cops. They hate you. You might as well hate the cops. And the first thing a black person do when they get in the bind is call the damn cops. Why would you hate that? Why can't you just decipher that there are some bad cops and there are plenty more good cops than there are bad cops? Why do we have to be totally hard line one way? That's what they want us to be. No, you need to be one way. You need to be on the left. You need to hate cops. You need to hate government. You need to back us. You got to wake up, use your own brain, do your own thinking. And that's what these people have done.
They're immediately deemed as evil.
This man is talking about running for a third term.
So
now, what do you think about that?
The third term, for me, absolutely not. I think it's at the end of these 4 years, it's time to move on.
This is a prime example of him trolling people, because people have said, they're like, oh, if he gets in the office, he's going to be a dictator. He's going to try to run for a third term. So he's like, okay, y'all think I'm going to do that? I'm going to mess with y'all and say this to take y'all out.
Exactly. I thought you loved this man because he's so authentic and he's such a truth teller.
But you need to know the difference between somebody trolling somebody, and this is a prime example of him being a troll.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump again, yes or no?
Yes, I would. Now, in the future, I am not a diehard Democrat or diehard Republican. If there were a Democratic candidate who was more aligned for me, then I would vote Democrat.
Which is a no, because it ain't gonna be no Democrat that's gonna be more aligned with you. I'm sorry to tell you. She's just saying that she's just trying to sugarcoat it and make it not seem so bad. But a lot of these people, they're not voting Democrat no more. They don't like none of that shit. The left is too far left.
If you go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
Yes.
I think I might know the answer on this next.
She said yes. It's immediately yes. No, I'm sorry.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
1000% absolutely yes.
Ask me, ask me, ask me. Yes, I would vote for him again. Yes, he is trolling about a third term, but if it was to happen, I would do it again.
And Van Jones joins me now. It's interesting. Most of the information that they are getting, or misinformation they may be getting, is coming from online.
Really, 100%. The thing that surprised me the most was how much social media is dictating, especially the younger guy. You know, he said, look, I'm learning all this stuff about America that I didn't know. I'm like, where are you learning from? TikTok. China. Guys, you're a Republican and you're taking the Chinese narrative about your own country to heart. But that was a big part of their whole information ecosystem.
Yeah,
social media.
Does it seem to you that they follow news closely? I mean,
no, that was the
Hell
other
no.
thing too. Is like, you know, one of the women said, "Look, I do not watch any of the media." She says, "You know, I have some influencers I follow. Candace Owens being a big deal, and Newsmax." And
Bam, me too. I like Newsmax. I'd rather watch some influencer, somebody who pays attention to politics and knows what they're talking about, than these people on TV because they so damn slanted. I mean, as soon as it come on, you already know who they going for. They gonna cape for them. They gonna lie. They gonna run the pieces. They gonna do all of that. When you first get into politics as a young black person, you typically get caught up in that. You watching MSNBC, CNN, and they scaring you about the Republicans, and you like, oh my, did you see what so and so did? Oh, they trying to take this from black people. No, they not. Stop. So it's right there. You can see that it's like I say, it's so many black people that have come around to the fact that the Democrats ain't about shit. People like me, we don't like them. I don't like anything that they stand for. There's nothing that they could do to make me vote for them again. Some of the things that they're even doing is reinforcing the fact that I'm not gonna vote for them again. AOC, Ilhan Omar, and others. Chris Van Hollen trying to get the guy out of the Salvador prison. Like, why y'all doing so much for non-citizens? Why y'all hell bent on worrying about all these other places and you won't even do anything for the American people? We're trying to inform these people of their constitutional rights. They don't have constitutional rights. They're not citizens. They're not afforded due process. I don't care what you think. If according to Democrats, everybody is afforded due process. What does it even mean to be an American if everybody can just come over here and just afford a due process? You just walk across the border, or you just come in on a boat, or you just sneak across the border some kind of way, anywhere. Oh, you get due process. We're gonna get you a lawyer that the taxpayers got to pay for. You're gonna go to court that the taxpayers got to pay for. While these politicians sit up there and constantly vote themselves to get raises by simultaneously taking money out of our pockets. Make it make sense. The last thing I'm gonna do is go in the booth and vote Democrat. It's not gonna happen again. You can kiss that goodbye. Never gonna happen again. And like I say, I think this was a good piece, and I hope it woke some people up. Some of the people who are liberal over there, they gonna get mad at these people. I'm telling you, they gonna see this and they gonna lose it. Oh, look at these coons. Because that's another thing. As a black person, you say you voted for Trump or you voted for the other side, you a coon. They don't want to hear nothing what you got to say. And not only are you a coon, but you hate black people, and you trying to snuggle up to the whites because it's so embedded in their brain that white people hate black people so much that they think it's every single white person. They think everything that comes from the right is something that's specifically attacking black people. Don't you know people on the right are so embedded on trying to get money? They not trying to uh okay, let's make some money, but in the meantime, we got to figure out a way to stop black people from getting anything. Let's shut them down here. We're going to shut them down here. We're going to shut them down here. That's what is that called? That's like you're in some type of trance to think that. Cuz that's just not what's happening. It's so crazy that so many black people think like that, and then they go out in public and walk right past white folks and don't even bat an eye. Because if you really felt like that, then you would be, oh my God, some white people. You walk right past them. You do your shopping. You, hey, how you doing? And then y'all get together. White people hate us. White people, they don't like us. Man, a white person hired you for your job. I'm a coon. Oh well. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. What y'all think about this piece. If you hadn't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button for me, please. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.